How about a nice round of applause for Senator Mark Leno?
Good afternoon, San Francisco.
Mr. Mark Leno has a citation. Let's see it.
We can actually call it a proclamation.
Proclamation by the state Senate.
Senate, that's right. Recognizing Comedy Celebration Day here in the park, 33rd annual. Since 1981, over 700 of the funniest people on planet Earth have entertained at no charge over 500,000 people here in
Wow, yeah, that's a staggering number, actually. 500,000 people have been here around and seen amazing comedy and contributed to the community. This organization does a lot of good work in the community, so I'm sure that's part of the recognition that you're giving them.
That's right.
Now, one of your colleagues is here, Mr. Tom Ammiano.
He's a real comedian.
He's an actual comedian who made the leap from comedy to the legislature.
I'm a straight man, which is pretty tough under the circumstances.
Exactly. Especially in Sacramento, for Christ's sake. You know? He likes to say he's the only intentionally funny guy out there.
He brings a lot of humor to Sacramento.
He certainly does, but at the same time, he's a serious legislator.
He is.
As you are. So what are you working on? What's part of your agenda this
We're doing a lot of good things. We've got almost 24 bills on the governor's desk. Among them, a bill that would reform our drug sentencing here in California.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Instead of felonies, district attorneys could charge simple possession as a misdemeanor. All of these felonies on young records disproportionately impacting those from ethnic communities, bad things, and doesn't do any good, and no proof that it actually lowers drug use or keeps our community safer. In fact,
it probably doesn't.
The opposite, quite the opposite, yeah.
In essence, the drug war is a gigantic failure, and even the Obama administration has begun to recognize this. They've gone ahead and started doing the same thing, charging people with lesser offenses or not even mentioning possession amounts so they don't trigger mandatory minimums, right?
That's right. And having to charge simple possession as a felony is in itself a mandatory minimum because it doesn't allow local district attorneys to have the option, depending upon what the circumstances of the cases might be, to have the option to charge it as a misdemeanor. 13 other states do this, and guess what? 13 other states, they have lower drug use, higher rates of drug treatment participation, and even lower rates of violent and property crime. So if we want safer communities, we know how to do it.
Right on.
I'm going to get going, but thank you so much.
MIA's getting lucky means you remember where you parked your fucking car. Oh, I said the F word. I'm not supposed to say F word. Anyway, does everybody have to have a Prius? I mean, please.
Guess who I have here? The one, the only Mr. Tom Ammiano, stand-up comedian extraordinaire, and also happens to be a legislator on the side.
Yeah, they say I'm one of the few that in Sacramento that's intentionally funny. So.
And it's true.
Compliment, yeah, that's a compliment. So.
Because there are a lot of jokesters up there, but somehow they think they're serious.
Yeah, you're right. It's a little bit buffoonery.
Buffoonery, perfect.
Another element of the art. Yeah.
So how is the current legislative session going?
We're doing a lot better this year on issues that I care about, social justice issues. The governor's turned a new leaf, or maybe he had the leaf already, but he's been a lot more sympathetic to bills around social justice, immigration particularly. We got a big one, and, domestic workers, the ladies who clean your house. We want to get them some protection, so that looks very good.
Yes.
Transgender is something that people never thought about 5 or 6 years ago even.
And he signed that bill.
He signed that bill, God love him. And
that generated a lot of controversy.
Oh, really? Gee, yeah.
Fox News went crazy.
Yeah, they loved it. I should get like a stipend or something for providing, airtime for him. No, you kind of know that you've done the right thing when that happens. So,
yes.
And then there's some other things, criminal justice and the prisons. One time I was asked to do comedy in the jail in San Francisco. And I thought, all right, I'm going to be great, and I was new. And they said, oh, yeah, we forgot to tell you, Whoopi Goldberg's going to do it with you.
Oh, wow.
Well, that was hot for me and the prisoners, but not so great for my set. Because you have to follow Whoopi, you know.
How do you do that?
Oh, who's this? Yeah, you know. Anyway, so.
Tough act to follow,
yeah,
literally.
very tough act, yeah. Good talking to you.
Where do people go to find out more about what your agenda is?
We got a webpage, you know, Tom Ammiano at California Assembly. You know, I don't tweet since Anthony Weiner, so you have to. Or Facebook. I'm on Facebook.
All right, very good.
Go Niners.
Yeah.
It is. It's a pizza pie. I'll tell you.
Like, no, and I'm like, oh, that's cool.
Oh, I did hit it on the number, didn't I?
I'm older.
And it was off tape.
I'm older than that, but it doesn't matter.
Oh, wait a
How do
minute.
you know?
Oh,
Party
I was right.
Dead wrong.
And there's more comedy backstage than there is upstage, I'm telling you.
It's a huge swing, actually.
5 years?
Yeah. From what you said.
Yeah, you could be old.
I know.
Oh my God.
Oh man, these breasts look good for being old.
And you want to get fake ones.
Oh,
Bam.
oh, look at that. So you can give you a wiggle.
You got wiggles.
You got a wiggle on that one.
The Irish music will drive you to drink. Ever listen to Irish music? Sweet Jesus Christ.
Boys and girls, we're here with our favorite comic in the world, Mr. Johnny Steele, who's probably been on more than any other stand-up comic that we have in the Bay Area.
I've been on your show more than that?
Yeah. Been on
That's 'cause, I don't
10 times or something.
Because I don't have career goals and I don't move to LA or New York, so I just stay here.
You're just stuck here.
Else is wise enough to go, hey, you know what? I hear there are opportunities in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
But not me. I'm working on a deal where Milpitas and Turlock, I got them nailed.
Yeah, you got him nailed down. That's perfect. You're going to be a big star, kid. In Turlock, you're going to be #1 in Turlock.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You did a Turlock joke.
Because they don't count much higher than #1. Yeah. In Turlock. I teach a lot of comedy, and there's simple tricks in comedy, and one of them is, does it simply sound funny, you know? And Turlock
sounds funny.
It sucks, and anybody who knows it sucks, but it also sounds funny, so you can't lose with Turlock. I try and throw it in almost every conversation, twice in an interview, and 3 times in a comedy set, and once in every confession in church.
And so far, it's worked.
For I have sinned. Where have you sinned, my son? Turlock, thank you. Say 5 Hail Marys and stay out of Modesto.
Thank you very much.
I don't even know what I'm saying. Irish Pat Lawlor, don't be punching me, you galoot. Irish, don't leave me alone, you big galoot.
Please welcome a San Francisco institution, Will Durst. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How about a hand for Dan St. Paul?
The one and only Will Durst. What's up, buddy?
Good afternoon. And everybody's saying it's so funny because all the comics are making that, that first mistake. Good evening, everybody.
Whoops.
Good night.
Yeah.
It's great.
It's sun's out
tonight. Yeah.
The sun's out, dude.
Yeah.
And I've heard like 3 or 4 comics actually do that. Yeah.
That's one of the weird things. I wrote a joke I'm really, really proud of. I don't know if I'll remember it to do it on stage because I just wrote it this week. But the joke is about, and I wrote a bunch of jokes, but one I'm really proud, and talking about Putin being a peace advocate, and Dennis Rodman is a goodwill ambassador, and everything we know is wrong. Mike Tyson, poet laureate, Kim Kardashian, molecular chemistry consultant, Tim Tebow, NFL quarterback. So, and then the joke that I really like is Vladimir Putin trying to help us on peace. I don't know, man. That's as suspicious as a wet spot on a veterinary couch. I write a weekly humor column that's syndicated across the country in different newspapers. And I'm doing a little one-man show about being a baby boomer. It's called Boomeraging, from LSD to OMG. And yeah, so just trying to stay busy. But I
got to be on.
Yeah.
No worries.
I gotta grab and then.
No worries.
Thanks.
So where do people go to find out more about?
WillDurst.com. Yeah, come to WillDurst.com and come see this guy.
Thank you, brother.
Pat Paulson Vineyards has supplied us with wine. We are selling it to the crowd and pouring it here backstage. And as far as I know, it's red and white.
So Pat Paulson, the late great Pat Paulson, for those of you who don't know, Laugh-In, and so many other great shows, and Smothers Brothers. You know,
Ran for president
a number of times, lost badly.
That was your 33rd annual Comedy Celebration Day, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for coming out and supporting comedy. Please tell your friends, tell your enemies. Let's have all the comedians you saw today back on stage for a big final wave goodbye curtain call. We hope to see you all back here. Bye, everyone. Stay safe. Bye. Play nice with others. Jose, we're still here. Thank you. Go Niners. Giants beat the Dodgers 4-3.
All right, well, that's it from Comedy Day. Backstage, Comedy Day. And funny thing was, J. Robert Brody was one of the first people on Reality Check way back in 1992, and here he is again. He doesn't remember me, of course. No cost to the video viewer, much cost to me, emotionally, physically, economically, and...
Not true.
We brought you Comedy Day here in the park. What more do you want, for Christ's sake? Stay tuned to Reality Check TV. We're getting bigger, better, and wider than ever. And, you know, and huger than ever. Remember, why be big when you can be huge?